Welcome back to Ravens today. It's just laughable at this point, people, and I'm crashing out because as I'm recording this video, the game is still on. I turned it off, and yeah, pretty much, I'm throwing in the towel. Throwing in the towel on the season with all of the injuries that we've had. Marlon was out with an injury. Raquan Smith was out with an injury. Nate Wiggins is out with an injury. Ronnie Stanley's out with an injury. Lamar's out with an injury. Oh, it's how do you even recover from this as a coach? Like, how do you just say, yeah, like, we're gonna get a Harbaugh answer from this, guaranteed in the presser. This video will be post the presser, but watch this. It'll be like this. Yeah, it just happened. We so many injuries. Hopefully, these guys will be okay, and we just got to be better as a team. And we move on. We move on to the Texans, and that's the game that we're focusing on right now. Yeah, that's going to be the exact answer. I'm predicting this now. So it's laughable at this point that this team has so much talent, and despite the rumors that Lamar didn't have a hamstring, I would want to sit out too. I'd be like, yeah, this blows. This like you got to change something, or I'm gonna be sitting out for the rest of the season, and you guys can't get rid of me because I'm your star quarterback, two-time MVP. Like throwing in the towel here. So moving on to injuries. Injuries. Oh boy, we're gonna go into the basis of all of it. So Ronnie Stanley is now out. Kyle Van Noy is still out. Travis Jones didn't play. It was a game time decision. So now we have all of our interior defensive linemen out with injuries, and we had to rely on rookies and free agents or anyone that was picked up from the practice squad. So Mahomes had a field day, by the way, and it's just laughable. Like this defense is laughable. It was on paper. I said it many times over the course of the training camp and off season that this team on paper was the best in the league. Black magic hit us, and now we're relying on these guys to carry us. And you know, Nate Wiggins is now out with an injury, and he was carted off, by the way, so we probably won't see him for a long period of time. Marlon Humphrey is out with an injury, so the only guy on defense that we can totally rely on is Kyle Hamilton, but he is one man versus the many now. So pretty much what else? What else? There's nothing to say. It's pretty blatantly obvious, at least on defense, what needs to be done. Fire Zach Orr and promote Chuck Pagano as the defensive coordinator. It's pretty easy with that, I there's nothing else that could be said. Uh, on offense, there was Lamar Jackson was injured. It I really believe that there is just a no-brainer here from Steve Bisciotti to come down and say, yeah, you and Orr are gone. Like, you don't even have to address the press. You're gone. You're gone. Thank you for your time here, but we got to move on in order to save our season and save face and make sure that our star quarterback is wanting to stay with us. So I don't know who they would promote to head coach for the time being, but at this point, I'd ask for anyone else. Have Todd Monken do it. I don't care at this point because I want John Harbaugh gone. Bottom line, you can say that all these injuries, it's like blah blah blah. Like what else can you say? Like, what else can you say about how bad and how embarrassing this game was for everyone? Everyone on the coaching staff, the players, everyone. We got the belt out, pants pulled down, and smacked in the butt. That's how it went. So that moves on to my next points. Kyle Hamilton mentioned earlier this week how spoiled we were. Like, Ravens fans are spoiled. Are we spoiled now, Kyle? Like, I'm sorry. You're a great player, and I love you, man. But are we spoiled? Look what just happened. Look what just happened. There's no player of the game. There's no highlights here. This is just, again, belt to the ass. That's all it was. And you're still saying we're spoiled. Man, it's laughable at this point because you gotta understand, like, yeah, sure, we don't see the ins and outs of the Ravens facility at all. We don't. But you feelings aside, the reason why we're fans is because we want to see our team win. We're loyal to the team. We're loyal to the city. But you're gonna start losing fans if you're saying the Ravens fans are spoiled and then go out and have a performance like you did. Mind you, I get it again that there were injuries. I get it, but pretty much that performance pretty much said it itself. We're not spoiled. This team just doesn't have an identity, and this early in the season is not good. I don't like. You should find your identity way before the season even begins. I'll cut off week 1 a game because that's when you get the jitters out, you get all of it out of there, and you're ready. Like you're just like, nerves are in, and you're back in. You're back in season. After week 2, it's like no, you still haven't found your identity. Week 3 was an embarrassment. Week 4, this was, I mean, we're not spoiled. We've just have terrible coaching. And my final thoughts here on this is that, yeah, we have terrible coaching. Like last week's game against the Lions was so frustrating to watch. This week's against the Chiefs was like, I'm done. Like, I turned off the game after the second half started. That's how I was just done. I was just so done, and I will always be a Ravens fan. I will love the Ravens. I love Lamar Jackson, love Zay Flowers, love Derrick Henry. I love this team. Whoever this team's quarterback is, Joe Flacco. Remember the days of Kyle Bowler. I just love this team. I do not love the coaching staff at all. I think there needs to be a change, and in order to save face, it has to happen now. And say we don't make the playoffs, pending. Say we don't make the playoffs, I'm fine with that. It's like, okay, cool. Get rid of all of them. You can't do it with this team you got, then you shouldn't be a coach in the first place. That's like any other coach. Nick Sirianni, Sean McVay, Andy Reid, any Super Bowl winning team in the last 10 years can win Super Bowls with this team. John Harbaugh can't do it. Because the reason why John Harbaugh has won Super Bowl under his belt is not because of John Harbaugh. It's because of the Ravens defense that performed a mutiny against the coaching staff and said, we're going to take this on ourselves. It's known fact across Ravens fandom. It's a known fact that that happened. Like there was just, we just the Ravens players took it upon themselves. Heck, I want Brian Billick back over John Harbaugh because at least he said it loud and clear. When you go into the lion's den, you better go with the spear, or whatever that quote was. Sure, Billick was fired, but I like John Gruden for God's sake. Anyone else? That's where my head is at right now. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda. Just subscribe to the channel, like the video. I will catch you all later.